Hello, and welcome to part 9 of my walkthrough of the 1996 Sierra Adventure game based on the series by Arthur C. Clarke and Gentry Lee. I am your host, the Dark Master 13, or the True Master. Wow, it's been a while since my last part, almost a year now. But I guess it's time to sit down and do another part. This is the first part of the second disc. Our mission now is not to find out as much as possible about the ship, but to locate the 3 missing astronauts, Sabatini, O'Toole, and Takagishi. But first, we need to see the ride over.
The ice-mobile has already been programmed to skate us across the ice. The machine's code is another pair of numbers from
So a whole lot of real fancy things about that code.
Watch what happens when I enter them. You know, I'm not very comfortable with the idea that we're placing
Yeah,
bombs
that's what
here
she
in
wanted us to
Rama.
look at. That's
I was
it.
shocked when I first saw that one at the ice port. But both Otto and Dr. Brown assure me that the bombs are strictly for defensive purposes and will only be
There's
used
some
if there's
people
an
who
unambiguous
think that they
threat
should
to
be
Earth.
used for more than just that.
Still, I can't help wondering what it must look like to the Ramans, or whoever it is who's in control of this place. I mean, suppose I showed up to your house...
Not
for the
only
first time
carrying weapons,
bombs.
but obsolete
What would you
weapons
think
as
of
far
me?
as they're concerned, I'm certain. He's just
That must have
staring
been
through
Yamanaka and
the
Tabori.
wall.
I recognize the ISA uniforms, but not the faces. I wonder what they've been doing.
I think they were just leaving
Dr. Brown,
the
this
third
is
bomb,
Nicole.
if I remember
We were
correctly.
just passed by an ice-mobile heading towards the ice port. I presume the occupants were Yamanaka and Tabori. If they have any new information
if they
about the
know
missing
more than
astronauts,
they're
please
letting
have them
on.
contact us immediately. Look at that.
Look at that
Every bit
green
as fabulous
screen.
as Francesca claimed.
You have no idea what it looks like to you.
Why don't you go on ahead without me? I want to take a look around in the ice-mobile.
Oh, and what was that little smirk about? You want to go pleasure riding in this thing? Well, bye. And good luck. Oh, and by the way, we won't be seeing many humans for quite some time now. Welcome to New York. Let's go into New York using this triangular piece we got from London. That's its sole purpose, and we leave it behind. And then the doors seal us in.
This entire island is one huge machine.
Indeed, Puck, that's one of the first few useful things you've actually said. And on the ground here is the little cube that tells the message from O'Toole to those 2 astronauts we met on the other, or we saw on the other ice-mobile, setting up the 3rd bomb, as I said. Now, let's keep moving and enter into the first plaza, one that shows off images of the avians and mercats. Interesting, huh? There are a number of interesting things around this whole plaza. Wow, this isn't working very well right now. But only one thing is of critical concern for us right now. The display that O'Toole was showing us before in the video. I noticed that our blank piece will go in there, and this thing will play various tones depending on the setting that it's set to. Center one, no tones. The first, second, and fourth one each play 1 tone, but the final one plays 3. So let's record that on the blank disc and move on. Just look at all these decorative items. Somebody really put a lot of effort into making this place look nice, but very different than the architecture you see in the rest of the game. Oh, also, fairly familiar place. If you remember from one of the puzzles that I did back in London, and that was from what I shall hereby call the Avian Plaza. Let's move on, shall we? Boy, this isn't running very smoothly. These doors are what we use that blank puzzle lock key to open. Each of the different tones will open up one of the doors. I think I remember there being a problem if you left it behind, but I'm not.
Looks like there's something of interest on the ground over there.
Puck will point out every time you see one of these tuning forks. Play different sounds. There are 5 of them in all, as denoted by these marks, but only 2 are important. Here is the second plaza. This one I'll have a few more things to do in right now, but it shall be here known as the Octospider Plaza, featuring architecture and designs reminiscent of the various octospiders. You start to get a real idea of what these creatures enjoy and build their story. But here's a camera. I believe it's Takagishi's camera. Yes. He records something of a place that you will never be able to visit. But you get to see some things about the octospiders. Clearly, he found some things, and I really hope that didn't get him too excited. Remember his video? So there's where he was. Not actually necessary to complete the game to find these videos, but still adds something. Alright. This part of the game I'm not quite as familiar with as the first half of the game. So I don't have quite as much direction going through it all. There's the filter I needed. Ah yes, that was a colored filter from one of the mantis biots that I just picked up. This one was blue. There's a yellow one that you can also find, but it is completely unnecessary. I think the only other place I need to go to is over here. Yes, here we are. This is the Octospider displays, where they have a collection of items that they've been picking up.
That's Michael O'Toole's anniversary photo.
Sound interesting? Let's see. I just picked up a piece that'll let me get it. But why in the world would we need an anniversary? Well, you'll find out. You will never, ever get the yellow and orange colors to get this prism out. It's a little different. It's an almost insidious puzzle. What happens if we shine light through it? We get colors. So let's move this thing. 3, 4, 5. And now the colors are right to let it in. I don't believe I have the right colors to collect this one yet. I'll have to pick it up later. The rest of the items are various things that you found while exploring the plains, such as, New York itself. Like these clippers. It suggests that maybe it wasn't an accident that you went through all those puzzles and collected all those items. Maybe there has been other species that have done the exact same thing. And now I'll show you what that prism's. Put it in, thank you. It's used to open the first of the pentahedrons. This one shows a color puzzle. Your goal is to match up the colors on the various displays with the color that's above them. This will open a door outside, all the way across. A door that we have one of the keys to from Bangkok. This one. The stylized octospider key. But we don't have the other one yet, so we'll just have to leave this door. I think I'll be leaving you here for this part. Most of the things that I'm doing right now aren't strictly necessary, but we'll say what are very highly recommended to do as to what will be happening later on. You'll see what I mean. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the walkthrough, and hopefully I'll be able to get parts out a little more frequently.